Welcome to Joe's Random Reviews. I'm Joe. Thank you for joining me today, folks. We're going to be doing a review today on the Can-Am Maverick Trail 800 DPS. Now, this is my machine, and this machine I've had for a couple years now, and I'm just going to go over exactly what I've done to it and show you all the accessories that I put on. I really like this machine. It's been a fantastic machine for me. It's been a lot of fun. I've added a lot of accessories to this machine, and I love every single one of them. So we're just going to go over. I'm going to do a little tour of it. You guys can have a look, and we're going to explain a little bit about each one. So stay tuned, folks. Here it comes. Here it is, folks, the stock Can-Am Maverick Trail. Before we look at all the accessories on my machine, we're going to take the Maverick Trail out for a ride. Now, this is a test track that was set up and definitely gives you a very good idea on what this machine can do. Now, the Can-Am Maverick Trail is the most narrow side-by-side that Can-Am has put out. It was born in 2018. The stock Can-Am Maverick Trail DPS comes with the CVT dual front A-arms with 10-inch travel, with 10.5-inch travel in the back. The 1000 DPS comes with a door package, and you can build your own vehicle right on the Can-Am website. Now, it does come in different colors. You can get the blue, the red, the yellow, the camo, or if you prefer just flat black. It looks really awesome as well. The Can-Am Maverick Trail DPS comes in 3 different engine sizes. Most recently, Can-Am has put out the 700cc Rotax V-twin liquid-cooled engine, which puts out 55 horsepower. The Can-Am Maverick Trail 800cc is the machine you'll be seeing with all the accessories on it. The 800 DPS has the Rotax V-twin liquid-cooled engine and puts out 51 horsepower. The biggest engine that the Can-Am Maverick Trail is the 1000cc, which comes with a Rotax cooled engine as well, and it puts out a whopping 75 horsepower. Overall, I think the Maverick Trail, being a 50-inch side-by-side, is set up really well. It's pretty much everything you need and gives you a little bit more. So let's move on. We're going to be off the track and we'll show you guys the accessories. So we'll just start at the front here, and you can see that I've added a couple of different lights. I put one on the bumper because I've added the bumper, which does come standard with just the single bumpers that come down and straight, but the wider one with the actual Can-Am written on it is extra. So everything that you add on to these machines are an accessory. Like this winch that I installed, it's a Champion. It comes with a remote control. I ordered it off of Amazon. I paid $250 for it. I installed it myself. It wasn't a difficult install. Decided to purchase this Nightlight light bar, which is a 31-inch 150-watt LED lights. There are single row spotlights in the center, and then you've got the floodlights on the outer side. Lots of power and puts out a ton of light. So I was happy with this. Then I decided to put a windshield on this machine. I ended up buying the Super ATV flip up polycarbonate UTV windshield. I find it's really easy to clean with just water. It's great when it's a hot day. You can open it and you can still drive with it open, or just cracked open just a little bit, and it allows the air to ventilate out and circulate. So if you're getting any value from this video, please give it a thumbs up and take the time to subscribe. Thank you. So the next thing I want to talk about is the tires. I wanted a bit bigger tire on my machine, and I chose to stay with the Can-Am original 12-inch rims. They're nice rims. I didn't want to just trade them off just because. So I started doing some research and I found these Traction Gripper Max radial tires. I ended up choosing the biggest size they had in the 12-inch, which were the 27/9/12 for the fronts and 27/10/12 for the rears. So after riding on whole different terrain, I really like these tires. They do really grip. Lots of good traction from these tires. Traction grippers, I guess they named them right, because they really do seem to perform well. When we look down, you can see that I bought the tree kickers, which saved my bacon a couple times. I also installed the Can-Am side mirrors. These have been really good. They also fold, which I really like. It's super handy when I cover it, or when I'm traveling down the highway, or just having it parked. I don't want somebody to walk by and take them out because they're expensive. The Can-Am Maverick Trail 800 DPS did not come with doors when I purchased it. We really felt vulnerable without the doors, so once we actually put the doors on, it felt so much better. It was a game changer. I highly recommend that you have doors on your side-by-side. It was definitely a good upgrade. As we move further back, you can see that I installed the hatch trunk cover. This cover is incredible. It is super strong, it's a really easy install, and you can store a ton of stuff inside it. I have absolutely everything in there. It's something that I really wouldn't be without at this point. You can also see that I installed a spare tire, and I got the 27-9-12, so it can go on the front or the back. It doesn't matter what side or corner because they're not directional tires. When I was doing my research on tires, I was really looking for something with an 8-ply, non-directional, and had some control, and I wanted a good tire that wasn't going to have a pinch flat. And you can see that I've added some lights here. Now these lights were just normal driving lights. I actually took out the bolt that holds the roof and I installed a bigger bolt, so it was a good mounting spot. And on these lights I connected a toggle switch on the inside that controls it, so I can just turn it on or off whenever I need. And just below the lights you can see that I added a soft roll rear windshield dust panel. It actually works really well. Some people don't like them, they say they crack, but I've had this for a couple years now. And what I do is I spray it with a liquid wax spray water mixture. Then I can easily hose it down, the dust doesn't seem to stick as much, and then I can give it another spray and a bit of a polish with a soft microfiber rag. I also installed a pair of the Kolpin Rhino Grip UTV mounts. They really work well, secures whatever it is you're going to put in there. Sometimes I'll put my little chainsaw in there or a shovel. It works great. As you may have seen already, I did attach a manual handled wiper to my windshield. It does actually work pretty well. I don't like to go out in the rain. If it's raining or we end up getting stuck in the rain, at least I've got something to wipe that windshield off. These manual wipers, they sell everywhere. I bought mine from eBay. It's an inexpensive part and it's really easy to install. Now let's have a look at the inside. I did mention this was a DPS version, so I love the power steering, the tilt steering that comes with. I really love the fact that the driver's seat is adjustable. My wife and I take turns driving, so when she gets in the driver's seat, she likes the seat a little bit closer to the steering wheel, so it's pretty handy. Now the exit handle, as you can see I painted it yellow. It's actually hard to see when there's a bit of shade or it's really sunny out and you're looking down and it's all black, so it's really hard to see. So I painted it yellow. I also ended up painting the gear letter indicators so that you can see them a lot better as well, because they really blend in with that console and you can't tell what gear you're in. And now they both just look really cool. If you've got a Maverick Trail or a Maverick Sport, you know the seats seem to sit a little bit low. If you are a really tall person, they are perfect, but I like to sit up a little higher, so I ended up cranking the driver's seat up 2 inches. Then for more comfort, I added this chair pad, which gives me more of a comfortable riding experience, and it gives me about another inch of height. In between the 2 seats, I installed a tank bag that I had kicking around. So I ended up securing it in between the 2 seats, and it's nice and handy. I've got some bear spray there, as you can see. The main top of the bag unzips, and I find it's a great spot to carry all my snacks in if I'm going to be out all day. So as we move back, you can see that I've got the mud flaps on the back. These are the Splash Guard black plain mud flaps that I bought from Canadian Tire here in Canada. I ended up mounting them with 3 screws to hold them up, and I just made sure that they were nice and straight. And it stopped all that mud from getting sprayed up and on top of the trunk cover and on the back lights. So they made a big difference. Thank you for joining me today on Joe's Random Reviews. Let me know what you think of this side-by-side in the comments below. If you got some value from this video, please give it a thumbs up and take the time to subscribe and ring that bell so you can be notified when the next video comes out. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.